So I was planning on talking about RvB Zero this time around, but unless I want to sit at Roosterteeth with OBS open to screen cap each episode, I'm gonna have to wait on that one. Instead, let's talk about another show by the name of Gary and His Demons.
You ready for this? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary!
Not Gary, no!
Now this show is a deconstruction of the trope of the One. Gary is an old man that was born to slay demons. When he was a teenager, he was pulled from his life and forced to be a demon slayer until someone else was born to replace him. Unluckily for him, the agency he works for hasn't found his replacement 30 years later.
Leslie, you have had 30 years to find a replacement. Just go into a high school and grab a kid.
After working for so long, Gary has lost the only person he ever liked, years of his life, and after having his retirement denied, he steals one of his co-workers' guns and tries to end it all, only for a vision about his co-worker Hanley to stop him. Because he feels bad about stealing Hanley's gun and putting him in danger, Gary goes to save him. After being confronted by some of his past mistakes, Gary slays the demon and chooses to continue on until the next chosen one can be found. Now, I'm not going to go through each of the 16 episodes, but they're about 12 minutes apiece. And while this is a slice-of-life story-driven deconstruction of the chosen one trope, this is also a comedy. Episode 1 doesn't show it off very well, though. The comedy picks up in episode 2. The third episode shows us how Gary lost his only love to a demon by the name of Fleshler, and each episode shows us more of Gary's life. The fourth lets us meet his parents, brother and niece, all of which doesn't understand how his life has gone. At least that's what it seems like at first. As it turns out, Gary's parents kept a number of trophies from his years as a slayer, and this is how the show goes until Gary learns of the other chosen ones from around the world. All the ones he's known for years have retired and been replaced. Not long after, they find a replacement for Gary, and he retires ready to live a life without fighting demons, until a year later when Fleshler shows his head and Gary comes out of retirement to slay his biggest demon one more time. When he returns to slay the Fleshler, he finds out that Fleshler is already dead, and he finally passes on the torch of the Chosen One to his replacement, who has been excelling as a new Chosen One. While doing so, Tucker, the replacement, drunkenly walks off a cliff and becomes unable to fulfill the Chosen One role, forcing Gary to return permanently. Now, that's a basic summary of Gary and His Demons. I'm not going to go over too much. This is a good show, and unfortunately right now there's only one season, and it appears that season 2 isn't going to be made unless it becomes popular. But 3 years later, it isn't very likely. I still recommend it to anyone that hasn't seen it, though. Thanks for watching. I wanted to get something out quicker, but I also wanted to do something short because I have other projects I'm working on right now, and I don't want another 3-month video for a while. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps.